Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the first edition for 2026. Now, so they say good morning and welcome to a brand new year. We want to say a happy new year to una all, and welcome back from the short break where we take. And yesterday, now suppose for camp start officially. But we village people, we village people, I know there's a lot of rest. We got some electricity challenge, and funnily, well, there we viewers then are liberty. They're not kind at all.
At all.
We'll put out the notice say we get electricity challenge, you not be able to bring the program. Somebody say we not get generator.
Yes.
Somebody say they get generator, they not get fuel. Like really, a whole liberty no get fuel. So then if we generator cable. Extra not be there in the morning, then we generate
For now. Then so for stick day.
So that's a point that no more rest they go thief na in kitchen.
Yeah.
No. Liberty self then cut we generator cable. Then go with will not be no kind of money next no day. One for go change over to the generator cable no day where they send to the changeover na the building. So now we are New Year Dandy Dengi. We happy New Year everyone. We wish you a brighter 2026, and one for promise I say this 2026 will be really amazing year because we will come with different content then for una as well for inform and entertain una. Mena Khadija Bangura and so they welcome una to the very first edition of the breakfast show for this year.
And Amina Mabel Kabade say good morning and wishing all a happy 2026. We hope say all the resolutions them way everybody, each and every one of we don't make for 2026 and beyond. We're able to achieve them inside this 2026 as long as you set your goals and you ensure say every day you sleep and wake you work towards achieving something. Then I believe say by the end of the year, December 2026, you go able for tell God thank you for achieving the thing that you don't set for yourself. Well, it's a brand new year, and of course, it's a new month. It's January to the 6th of January. And also, this is a date where plenty of people not want for member because of the bad thing that will be happen. We all know since 1999. Today, when are January 6th, by then, tell me I'll show the one that we been get past max sense. And also, myself been get sense that time, but not too much as they expect because now that same day the them be enter free tongue we all know in 1999 January 6th, and we want for say us to the one that always been get circumstance then we then still live with because of that war we've been reaching a free tongue. We say us to now with the hope so I don't continue for the strengthening on ourselves and believing in ourselves so I can do better even with the situations than we on a day. Well, at this edition of the breakfast show today, we all know say this is 2026, and even inside the president in speech we give New Year's, they make mention say political parties them get for they go into major activities them now where they lead to the 2028 elections. Well, on also we always on the set the agenda, we they set the pace ahead of the elections. So today, at this edition of the breakfast show with 16 electoral districts where Salon gets, we know say 14 then are the provinces, and plenty people believe say where people and on the votes na Salon, then the votes based on tribal lines, them regional and ethnic and self-political belief in way some man gets just believe say I belong here so na yaso for the. Well, today we can discuss the regional patterns them where Salon people them they use for votes and elections them. We see political parties them already don't they declare certain areas them say na then strongholds them. Wait to make them believe say na strongholds for them. We they discuss all of that in this edition of the breakfast show. If you self beliefs and are based on regional lines, people and the votes, you got the opportunity for tell we now the comment section at the different platforms I they watch with this morning. Tell we if today you go na the ballot box and say for votes between the APC and the SLPP self, or that you go vote for and why. You get the opportunity for tell we na the ballots. Sorry, I just want to know the ballot box. Na the comment section, you know.
Go cast your vote now. But enough time.
I'm right.
We still get about 2 years, although President Bill say say now political party, they don't begin set the tone, set the agenda. And even we self when a spectator them, where they na the media, we don't begin feel the vibe because both political party them like they don't declare elections already. Every one of
flag
them
bearer now, don't they?
It's like a lucrative business. Everybody want for be a flag bearer, all man want for leading political party, and we see self inside PPRC. Then self don't begin for set the tone. They don't gazette yesterday the rules for the All People's Congress, and self will see the All People's Congress. They ask for 100 million loans. That's a big money.
I know. But again, for be a flag bearer, you know. If person want say one be flag bearer, I don't think so for comments here 100 millions. 100 millions. Because like you say, na lucrative job we see people. Because almost everybody we know now, they come out say they want to be president. So I guess can afford it.
Yeah, maybe. So today they can set the tone, or they can look at previous voting pattern them, how the percentage them be done the talent for the two major political party them. As we all know, over the years, the APC and the SLPP, the APC they say then get the stronghold na the northwest, when at the northern province, and also the western area where na Freetown. And when you look at the Sierra Leone People's Party and based on the voting pattern they over the years, then they say the stronghold na the southeast.
Yeah.
So they can look at how the voting pattern them done the talek over the years. Maybe we want to go back to 2007, 2008, 2018, and 2023 for elections. How people don't vote, how the trends on the talek, and with waiting they happen so now in the country based on the SLPP then development agenda. It's possible if they go maintain the same voting pattern there come 2028. Now that's what they can talk about this morning. Well, they can get the two PRO them from the SLPP and also the APC, and also we'll get an independent and social commentator in the middle. We go come in later and give you your perspective of how the voting trends don't like over the years, and if it's possible for let both parties maintain their strong goal, especially now where a lot of Sierra Leoneans they talk about leadership based on their track records and based on development where don't they happen. Well, now that's what they talk about inside the program this morning, and later we hope for get the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Alhaji Musa Timothy Kaba. As we all know, it also na the chair for the ECOWAS foreign ministers. We still say the ECOWAS where President Bio, na the current chairman, been pull a press release concerning the issue where they happen between the United States. Also, we see President Donald Trump being given order for the U.S. troop for go attack Venezuela and take them President Maduro anyway. And it is stand trial now for alleged drug trafficking in New York. Well, we can get the ECOWAS position, and what the ECOWAS go do for go beyond just issuing a press release. The Minister of Foreign Affairs go come give we the ECOWAS position. And una self, we watch with this morning, as we all know this is a new year, we introduce one new opportunity, if I can call her for now. Let una send we una thoughts. Maybe who go try for open the phone lines at some point. Let una call and una self go make una contribution. Now this particular edition of the breakfast show this morning, also they can get SLPP and APC for let them go tell we waiting and waiting. Them believe say they don't do for maintain the strong goal they will then get based on the previous voting pattern them. And also go hear from other people them we go join we inside this edition of the breakfast show this morning. So you say for the watch we send we your message on the number +232 742 200 545, or you can as well text we na the comment section at any of the platform them we watch with this morning. This is the breakfast show, and we will can joined by we guest them very soon at the studios.
And also, remember, say, even though you drop your message in the comment section at the different platforms that you watch with this morning, you can also send your message to the number +232 742 200 545 and express your view on the issues them we will look at in this edition of the Breakfast Show. Before we can look at the topic of the day, we're just gonna cut and get court reports as we go get updates on what's in they happen as the engineer then they try for get that particular report today. Khadija has been begin for talk where we get 16 districts them when electoral districts them na Salon, and we all know say 14 of them districts and they did the provinces. Freetown divided into two, when are the Freetown urban and rural. Then districts and they plenty people believe just like developed countries them we get side where they can say now then they decide the election. Some swing states them. We Kono where always people say now swing districts. Also Kono link 2000 if you take them from 2012. Also then link now they the presidential commot because the highest votes also then support. Now they can come then say 2080 again where then decide to then go shake small then link to the SLPP. Now they again President Bio come up because Kono and this particular 2028 elections. Plenty people are skeptical. APC, they still believe say they get Kono as their own. The SLPP self believe say they don't make inwards into Kono. I don't know what you think. Kono district, we feel say it go for be the deciding district 2028 again.
Of course, I think you don't do your perfect analysis. Kono over the years don't be one of the districts them where they decide. And when you look at how the political parties them, especially in the area of selecting the flag bearer, them running mate, now one of the side and way they can give much attention. But like we say, the dynamics they change over the years. Even the voter themselves then gets now waiting and they look forward to. When you look at how the trend don't they go in other region. People they vote now based on issues, based on development agenda them, where candidates or political parties can present to them. But until the conversation don't begin, as President Biosef himself acknowledge say this year now one of the year them, where they give in New Year speech, in as much as he say the political parties them they get up now for go into the primaries. Where they build up to selecting the flag bearers. But he also cautioned and say, let them abide to the constitution and let them go according to the rules because we don't hear some small violence they happen. Now some parts them building up to the flag bearer elections. When to get Moses Mambu and Sidi at Tunis, we can ask them how they plan for uphold the country in laws them and also stay out of violence in as much as they get the constitutional mandate for all the various primaries and select whoever they feel say capable for lead them party. And this morning, now that's what they can discuss. So this morning will be very interesting as they hear from the two PRO them, waiting and feel say go make them maintain then region there where a lot of people believe say the southeast now the stronghold of the SLPP and the northwest now the stronghold of the APC. Waiting they don't do for maintain the stronghold them. For the APC especially they don't be in opposition for almost 10 years. The SLPP don't be in ruling for almost 10 years. And 2028 elections will be a determiner if the SLPP go set a precedent as President Bio been talking about to Mani say it go hand over power to another SLPP. Well, all of that we discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. But before we can go to we guest them this morning, quickly, Lord, just
welcome back from that court updates here where we reporter Maria Tubangra put together. It's still a Waji Breakfast Show where they come to you live na Liberty Online TV and we tell you say today where they can talk about the regional voting patterns them where Sierra Leoneans them don't vote over the years. Where they can look at how it don't sound like the political party that we talk to today now the APC and the SLPP. Then they can tell we waiting and they put in place in terms of preparing themselves ahead of 2028. The voting patterns them we know say both parties them now one them we don't they claim certain regions them say now then they in charge of the region then they can't tell we waiting and don't do for ensure say they maintain, if not then get the region, then they maintain the figures them for the 2028 elections. We tell us say we talk to the APC and the SLPP. Now the studio this morning I want for welcome Moses Mambu, we now the National National PRO for the Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP. Good morning and Happy New Year to you, Moses.
Thank you very much, and Happy New Year to Ona, and good morning, viewers.
All right. We still wait for the APC National Publicity Secretary Sidi Tunis join we in the studio. Later, of course, we get for talk to Melvin Tijan Mansare. But let we just start the conversation with Moses Mambu waiting at the studio with we this morning. We know say the Sierra Leone People Party SLPP don't get the National Delegates Conference. Also then go get the executive members them, and we know say themselves done the plan in-house, although not then they in governance also for ensure say the 2028 elections. Then they part of them. We don't hear different statements them where they come from. President Biowe, na the leader, we don't hear it from the executive member, them they talk, then they retain the power, then they do all things possible for ensure say, then continue for the power even after the 2028 elections because them believe say, then go win the elections. Today the conversation we look at the voting patterns them now, especially in the region because we get 16 electoral districts in Salon, but 14 of them districts in then are the provinces, and we see the SLPP and the APC in particular. We know so we get other political parties them, but now una more na the party them where don't they discuss issues and we get for do with voting. We get plenty people who believe say the Southeast belong to the Sierra Leone People's Party because it dominated with a tribe where plenty people they relate say na Sierra Leone People's Party members them. But let me just start the conversation. First off, inside them 14 districts and then are the provinces because we get Freetown, we get the Freetown urban and rural, when are the balance to for round them up to 16. But inside them 14 then they, how many you believe say the SLPP na una stronghold?
I think then they make signs say we will get on the phone Olusogun A. David, we na the executive secretary for PPRC. As we tell ona today, we dey look into different things them we get for do with preparation ahead of the 2028 elections. As we hear self President Bio inside in New Year message acknowledge say, here we are say both political parties they prepare now for go into them primaries, we go make them get the flag bearer, we go lead them into the 2028. Well, yesterday we see PPRC being informed the general public say they don't gazette the rules for the All People's Congress APC party, then lower level elections, and this so they don't gazette according to the PPRC. They say they know they allow for anybody for object again. Well, on the phone, we get the executive secretary for the Political Parties Regulation Commission, Wena Olusogun A. David. Good morning, Mr. David.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Kalibra. Good morning, Ebero. Good morning, listeners.
All right. As I don't tell we viewers them this morning, we see Usai Unadon pull a press release yesterday for inform the general public, say Unadon receive all the rules them from the All People's Congress and Unadon Gazette una further for say una not entertain any objection again. How una reach to that conclusion?
All right, thank you very much. Of course, Formula will agree with me that sometime last year, the All People's Congress be forward to the Commission as provided for in sections 25. One, we talk about in a circumstance where political party intend for alterates any of in contents regarding its constitution, rules and regulation, names. It's mandatory for Senate to the PPIC, and the PPIC within 14 days after such receipt of that document for Senate and the government printing for make it be gazetted. Thereafter, of course, sections 25(2) further provide that the commission, after we publish such contents, for invite objections from the public. And we will also say last year, following that publication, the commission will issue a press release for inform the public that the internal rules and regulations of the All People's Congress don't be published, and we invite objections for a period of 1 month. Series of objections were received, and somewhere in December, the commission will actually do issue a ruling regarding the contents of the respective objections following lot of meetings together with the objectors and members of the National Executive. So in the ruling, there were issues we necessitate an editing on the rules and regulation of the All People's Congress. The party don't effect those editing work, and we don't send them back, that the government prints in departments, and the final printout is out, and as provided by the law equally, sections 25, 2B, equally tell that the commission gets the liberty now for determining as to the time where such instruments for coming into effect. And of course, 14-day rules that the High Court will always don't be used in all of our proceedings, and that's the same we'll just decide for team. So the internal rules and regulation of the All People's Congress don't be gazetted, but this time around, we did entertain an objection as provided in the press release, because we don't deal with issues of objections way back last year. So now it just been for a period of 14 days, thereafter it becomes effectual. So in essence, at the expiration of, that's on the 20th of January, but at the expiration date, the internal election rules of the All People's Congress don't become effectual. So which imply that on that rules, the party they use for conduct in lower level elections up to National Delegates Conference.
So you confirm now, say the PPRC don't attend to all the concerns them where members or supporters of the All People's Congress APC party be make regarding the rules here before finally on a don't gazette?
Yes, I can confirm that the commission will address all the issues regarding the objections received on the rules and regulation, and the party don't make effect all of those corrections as provided for in the rules, in the directive where the commission issued to them in December of last year. And those corrections now don't make their way into the final internal rules of the All People's Congress, where we just don't gazette and don't inform the public that on the 20th of January, that internal rules becomes effectual.
Let me talk a little about the different fees them where the All People's Congress APC party, because the documents where they sent to now where they also don't gazette get the fees for people who are for contest different positions them. The one where then at the top, when at the highest fee get for do with them flag bearer, when at 100,000 new leons. What's in the PPRC makeup of this? 100,000 new leons for somebody who want to be a flag bearer.
PPIC is a regulator. We therefore ensure that political parties adhere to the provisions of the Act, equally so to the provisions of the respective parties' constitution, and to all other statutes governing the operations of political parties. However, as a regulator, we know they equally micromanage the affairs of political parties. We know they equally interfere in the day-to-day administrative operations of political parties. These fees, the fees that came out from the membership of the party, the executive got approval from that. It was gazetted. There were no contentions regarding the subscription of those fees. And then one person, they actually made a comment about the fees. At the end of the day, that issue was resolved during the objection meetings and hearings. And at the end of the day, the commission, it's an internal issue of the party. It's much more administrative. That is what they've agreed to. Then, as a commission, we just watch and see that the level playing field is created for all of the aspirants.
So at this point, if any of the members there where they listen you or they watch this morning and it gets concerned, then concerns and they're not legitimate any longer because they don't get when I don't gazette the APC then rules and regulations.
But any concern where any member of the All People's Congress gets regarding the internal rules and regulation, no will really hold water anymore, because the time we the person for don't come forward with them concerns and they don't really lapse. So as it is now, the person in concern, the person in concern might be legitimate in your estimation, but before the law, any longer, because nothing is going to be done regarding the internal rules and regulation.
All right. Many thanks, Olusegun A. David, where you talked to with this morning. That's now the Executive Secretary for the Political Parties Regulation Commission, Olusegun A. David, where be they give you updates, but waiting they don't gazette, we get for do with the APC party, then rules so then get for use for go into the lower level election we for start inside this January. And according to Olu, he say they not they entertain any objection again from members of the APC party. Quickly, we'll be telling us how they get the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Alhaji Musa Timothy Kaba. And on the phone now, we get Mr. Kaba. Good morning, Alhaji.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning to the listeners.
All right, you there in the capacity as the chairman for the ECOWAS Ministers of Foreign Affairs, and also they represent His Excellency the President, who are the current chair of the ECOWAS. We see when I pull a press release after the U.S. President Donald Trump overnight on Friday, he been announced say he don't capture the president of Venezuela when President Maduro anywhere. And yesterday they arraigned them na a court inside the United States na New York. Firstly, let we look at the position of the ECOWAS. Many people be they call on the ECOWAS, especially people in Sierra Leone. They tend to not being pulled on a press statement yet and position supporting that of the African Union. Why been take the ECOWAS so long for come out and take a position?
Well, unfortunately, time is not really the factor here. What's not the factor here? Now, the general acceptability say ECOWAS as an organization is founded on the principles of good governance, democracy. As an organization, we respect international law because we are a sub-regional economic community inside the African continent. We get the African continent organization, one of the African Union, and African Union is also part of the United Nations. So then different layers here. We all get responsibility and believe in the UN Charter, especially Article 2, Sub 4, where you talk about, the independence, sovereignty, political independence, sovereignty, and territoriality of member states of the UN. And so, like every other multilateral organization, we still bring out a statement for call for the respect of the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political independence of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. I think this is an international call. Everybody say for respect the sovereignty and for ensure say the will of the people of Venezuela be respected.
According to the U.S. Attorney General Pambodi, he say the former president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, they face trial in New York on charges of involvement in narco-terrorism. And also on Saturday, they issue out another fresh indictment. Narco-terrorism na a big crime, Mr. Minister. Una na the ECOWAS region. Somebody go the wonder say if somebody they face allegation of such crime, how come una they stand by them?
Well, ECOWAS is not standing by a narco-terrorist. ECOWAS stand by the people of Venezuela. We members, the young country now member state of the United Nations, and the United Nations Charter get on very clearly say the sovereignty, the territorial integrity, and political independence of all member states will be respected. Well, you make mention of the United States, then claim against Maduro is that they talk about narco-terrorism. Well, there's the United Nations Convention on Transnational Organized Crime of 2000, where means say anybody will commit a crime where get transnational impact on international peace and security, and that person they will be held responsible or will get international extradition and all of the things and they will surround that particular United Nations Convention on Transnational Organized Crime. Here, as a sitting president in a sovereign nation, whatever characteristic somebody has of that president, we in ECOWAS believe, say, the will of the people expressed through them political suffrage on elections or get a leader, whatever nature that leader is, we believe, say, the will of the people is expressed in that leader, and the sovereignty of that country under that leadership must be respected. And that not the position ECOWAS aligned with the African Union as also aligned with the United Nations.
Plenty people from where ECOWAS pull this position, they get a lot of conversation. Even the other day, I've been there your official Facebook accounts. I see the comment section where people be even the comments and somebody being gets the press release from Ghana, for example. Also then they challenge say ECOWAS don't be too diplomatic inside the statements where on a pull compared to that of Ghana, for example. Also then speak directly to the United States and the president when President Trump, but rather for ECOWAS, they are being diplomatic. How you go address them concerns here from citizens of Sierra Leone?
ECOWAS, a community organization where they represent, as of now, 11 member states. And forget a consensus like what we will get for produce. Now, a diplomatic statement will represent the ideals of ECOWAS. Ghana is a sovereign nation, and then press release. Now, the mindset of the country. We are dealing with 11 countries as of now. Forget a consensus. It represents the collective aspiration, vision of the 11 countries. Yeah, we mean say we respect the territorial integrity of every country as enshrined in the UN Charter. Now, look, we're not going to go through all the press releases of all individual countries. Don't put this on the wall or people them. We did in very unusual times. The world today is different. A few years ago, we've been in more or less a bipolar world, East versus West. Today, we're in a similarly multipolar world. Things are different. Even people who are experts in international relations still they dust them, books them of international relations for make sense of what in the happen at the world. These are unusual times. We don't see the flagrant abuse of international law, international humanitarian law in all the conflict in the world today, whether it is in Gaza, whether it is in Ukraine, whether it is in Sudan, whether it is in Congo. We're in very difficult times. We cannot make, and we haven't made sense of what's in the happen at the world. So diplomats there right now will become extra diplomatic for make sense of what's in the happen because things are quite unusual. So as much as things are terrible, we have to understand where the world is going. What is happening with multipolarity? So you cannot blame anybody for being calculated with what they do. And I myself don't this. People they give misinformation, say the US not recognize ECOWAS and all this and that. ECOWAS is one of the most potent regional economic communities in Africa. But now take a look at even the United Nations. Yesterday, the UN Security Council met for discuss the issue. The action of the United States was unilateral, and the UN Security Council, now the sole international global peace and security council, where the mandate military intervention into any country for ensure, say, maintenance of global peace and security happen. Yesterday, they hold a meeting for look at the actions of the United States with respect to the exfiltration of President Maduro. So things are different. Even you look at the EU, you look at other global organizations that everybody is trying to make sense of what the world has become today. In diplomacy, there's calculation, there's precision, and there is clarity. Not a reactional diplomacy people they embark on right now. We're making sense of what is happening. So within Ghana, right, is Ghana's mindset. And we cannot predict what's in the end game, but it is a sovereign nation and again right to what they produce. But as ECOWAS's press release is consistent with the African Union, the UN. We're calling for de-escalation, respect of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political independence of members states of the United Nations.
Finally, Mr. Minister, beyond the press release and this condemn way, they condemn the actions of the U.S. on Venezuela and they ask them for respect their sovereignty. Yesterday, the UN Security Council be meet and President Biodon sits na this UN Security Council and currently he is the chair of the ECOWAS. Waiting at the conversation the way they get in capacity as chair of the ECOWAS, na the sideline for ensure say then charts a smooth pathway to all of these issues where they happen between the US and that of Venezuela.
Look, ECOWAS is also fraught with many other challenges. We see threats, we see the increasing threat against democracy in the sub-region. We see we make efforts to democratize some of the countries where we don't backslide from democracy. Thankfully, we don't get, peaceful elections in Guinea-Conakry. We don't get the election of General Mamadi Doumbouya as the democratically elected president of the Republic of Guinea. That is a successful democratic transition. We try to deal with the situation in Guinea-Bissau. We get regional integration issues. Now the global economy is in seeming recession. We get to find ways how within we sub-region for create increased trade and investment, for increased human movement and goods and services, for ensure say we are fully integrated for deal with the global shocks where they emanate from one, multipolarity, where they emanate from the plummets in global production of goods and services, increase in global energy, and with the attendant difficulties where they emanate from the conflict in Congo, in Sudan, and of course, even this Venezuela issue, therefore get impact on the global economy because the price of oil and gas therefore be affected because Venezuela is one of the largest producers of hydrocarbon, where they go to the global markets, for example, to China and elsewhere. With this, what's not happen right now, it means China is going to look into other frontiers in the immediate future for get oil and gas. So this is going to put extra demand on the available global production of oil and gas, which can affect supply. These are the issues that we are even more focused on right now. How do we deal with the shocks that will emanate from all of them conflict here, artificial and natural disasters. So these are the things we focus on, apart from the political and democratic aspect of the ECOWAS's responsibility. How do we further integrate our community? How do we also ensure that terrorism in the sub-region, where they emanate from the Sahel, is taken care of for stability and development? Without peace, security, there will be no stability, there will be no development. So there are many issues we deal with in the continent at sub-region, of course, even at national levels. So there's a lot where they get President Bio and the leadership of the authority of ECOWAS very much busy.
All right, many thanks, Mr. Minister, where you talk to Salon people and this morning and continue for give an update on the position where ECOWAS on behalf of President Bio continue for take. Now, a pleasure for talk to you as always.
Thank you. It's a pleasure as well.
All right.
Have a good day. Thank you.
That's the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Alhaji Musa Timothy Kaba, where we give updates on the position of ECOWAS about the situation where they happen now between the United States and that of Venezuela. As you all know, overnight on Friday, President Trump announced now in social say he don't capture the the former president of Venezuela, anyway, and yesterday they arraigned in a court na New York inside Manhattan. Well, the ECOWAS and other regional body them, yesterday the UN Security Council be meet and give their own position. We will continue to follow this issue as the latest developments and they unfold. We can out to we main topic of discussion this morning, we can analyze the voting patterns and waiting at the possibility for the two major political party them, the APC and the SLPP, for maintain their stronghold the way they believe see the SLPP get stronghold na the southeast and the APC get stronghold na the northwest. Voting patterns and trend don't they show see then two political party get dominance na them various region they are. Well, on the studio this morning, we get the two public relations officer them, Alhaji Sidi Tunis for the All People's Congress APC and Moses Mambu for the SLPP. Good morning, Mr. Tunis.
Good morning, good morning, Miguel. Thank you very much for getting me here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, Mr. Tunis. And before you come, hope we don't begin for talk to Mr. Mambu. We just don't begin for laying premise before we talk to PPRC and that of the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So we will just come back to Moses Mambu as we don't begin for give in own data where he believes say na so the voting pattern be done the like for the SLPP. Back to you, Mr. Mambu.
Yeah. My viewers will not be the waiting and be the same. So maybe the question was out of the 14 districts, how most of them districts and the way SLPP go lay claim over when it comes to elections and voting pattern in the country. So I've been here for tell and say out of the 14 outside the western area, SLPP strong and competitive na 10. SLPP only politically weak na 4 of them 14 districts then they. That is Potloko, Karine, Bombali, and Tonkolili. So in terms of being strong and competitive, we are not strong and competitive now only them 4 districts then they over the years and even now. But for carry the conversation go before we go, just stop on the recent election cycles. If you follow from 2018 to 2023, for example, you will find out see now only 4 out of the 14, because Western area all man know the percentage between we and APC when it comes to elections now the Western area. The one they fix, sometimes it can go up, sometimes it can come down between we and them. But when it comes to the provinces, SLPP numerically, politically strong and competitive na 10. What I mean by that, we'll get some districts them, we're really strong. Now they get dominance any election, any day, anytime. SLPP they get dominance and then districts then we get districts then we're highly competitive when it comes to electioneering process. Sometimes we can go close, sometimes we can be between average. For example, SLPP competitive na Kono. Well, currently, as per statistics for the 2023 elections, SLPP na win Kono. SLPP very strong na Koinadugu because we get above 30%. SLPP currently now we hold Falaba district na the north. SLPP very competitive na Cambia because we can get close to or above 30% of the votes na Cambia. So there are districts out of that 14, 10 of them districts in the with SLPP highly competitive, and some of them districts in the SLPP they in total dominance. So when it comes to electioneering process na salon vote by region, you find out say if the SLPP remain together, history don't tell we say if SLPP remain together, we awaken we base. We manage with lower level electioneering processes very well. We manage with peace process within we party very well. No election not in a salon by number. They let them put they bring marble or get a stone. Then give SLPP 1, or one person go BNA, then give APC 1, then go BNA. No election not in a salon, democratic election. We APC go beat Wipa genuinely. Now, all the elections we APC don't beat Wipa na salon. The most credible one where people then go see, even though in we estimation, that election they not been credible at all. Now 2007. 2007, why we can let for bring people and mind back to 2007, because now for make them see the voting pattern of Salon and we think he make especially APC win elections na Salon, na the hands of SLPP. 2007 will be a case study of what happened. In 2007, the first round of the elections, nobody no winner between the APC and the SLPP. Nobody no win that election in the first round. Even though SLPP had a political party from SLPP, when I be the NGC or when I be the PMDC. PMDC come out of SLPP because of the way we manage, we flag bear elections na Makini. So because of that process in Makini, the way we manage them, political party they get for commot inside the SLPP, when at the PMDC.
Right.
Even with the PMDC as the third force, when we go inside that election day in 2007, you find out, say, APC no win on a first ballot. Now, when we go to the second round now, what's happened? Because PMDC, they own stronghold, now be the southern region. And the southern region, predominantly, na SLPP stronghold.
Okay, as you continue the analysis, they will come to you shortly. We just take a short break. Welcome back. It's the Breakfast Show. We come to you live na Liberty Online TV. And before that short break there, we will talk to Moses Mambu. We will explain. If they justify the 10 electoral districts and way it's a belief saying that them, the SLPP, they pull big votes based on the voting patterns them over the years. Let me just come over now to Sidi Tunis from the Silent People's Party. Like if you don't listen, when Moses Mambu they talk, we ask the question to Ramsey. Because we look at the voting pattern of citizens in Salon over the years, out of the 16 electoral districts, and we know say Fleetong gets 2, the 14 are the provinces, one of the regions they would look at this morning. Now they then believe say the SLPP, 10 of them districts and they, according to Moses Mambu, now the SLPP strongholds them because then they pull votes and they based on the voting patterns. For this the APC, out of them 14, then how many you feel say safely and comfortably you go say the APC they dominate?
Well, thank you very much. When you find out, say, the APC from the western area, the entire north and northwest, the APC they dominate where you can't tell. Every single district in this country, and I will tell you for free. The only reason why SLPP they claim say that they dominate the entire southeast are the way how they do elections, especially when they need that power. If you look at the political history of this country, whenever election time reach, they find out say the entire southeast can be marred with violence during election time. Because as so SLPP they take claim say that they stronghold land they ensure say they prevent other political parties from safely campaigning in their areas then go intimidate their own people, then go drag people away not to SLPP outside of their side and they for make sure say then get way for rig how they want for rig. The only way SLPP don't ever win election at Salona if they rig them. If they're not rig them, they're not able to win them at all. If you go back to 1996, they rig them. 2007, Christiana Top been farm, they're not able to rig. 2012, where elections been fair in this country, where they're not being at power, where it go fine, you see how APC enter inside Southeast. They get votes, massive votes na Kenema district. They get votes na Bo district. They get votes na Pujon district. They get votes na Bond. They get votes na Kailao. They get votes na kono. So we as a party, we know say where elections fair, where elections free of violence, we they compete na every single district na this country, and we could continue for dominate na the north and flank and the western area. And the reason why that they happen is simple. APC, we always they come with a program where they ensure say we develop every corner of this country. And we create opportunity for every single tribe, every single region, every single district whenever within our governance. With infrastructural projects, with social projects them, and they target the common man and woman and for try for improve the lives of the people of this country. So the country always comfortable, the country always very much they at ease, at peace whenever the APC did have power. So where they allow credible elections, the APC, they always dominate. You look at...
They say the regional voting patterns don't always be in favor of the APC na the regions.
Where elections credible. In every democracy, Mabel, it is not, common to just alone. In every democracy, political parties then get the areas where they dominate. Even in the western parts, the advanced countries, you go see side them, for example, in the US, when are Democrats, the area side them when are...
Yeah, that's what they asked.
Yes.
Because Mambu say 10 of them districts and they in belief say the SLP comfortable when it comes to voting patterns.
So me
for the APC, how do you
So me they say all of the districts that the north and northwest, like APC dominated districts. And I also say the western area always is APC. Then when you go to the south and the east, we get districts that they compete. SLP no ever win corner. They can come, we self can claim corner, they self can claim corner. But we say fair election day, APC they always carry corner.
But Mambu just said earlier, they win corner 2023. And according to the statistics, it shows that they win corner. So how come APC they say SLP not ever win corner?
I earlier tell you say the only way SLP they claim say they win any district or any election are through rigging. We all know what happened to the 2023 elections. As we sit here, we in our APC, we still get questioned about that election day because of the way how they do the results business, because of the way how they go about the result business. Let me tell you this. Even where they force the proportional representation on us, they use all kind yuki for now go into proportional representation. In their heart-to-heart right now, outside and sit down, they go don't regret why they bring that one day at that time. Because the PR clearly show the APC strength, now the south and the eastern flank. Khadija, the entire Pujon district on election day, then gave all the polling agents then day. But even with that, the APC still pull scores there. The entire Bond district, and Bond people their houses, beat people, do all kind of things. But even with that, APC still pull votes then day. No sign on in the north or the northwest, where you say then grab SLPP or then beat SLPP. That is always how SLP. In fact, now then go care violence go. You don't hear the current Secretary General don't talk and plenty thing how he go capture Falaba. In fact, then they always care violence all over the place. So that is how they claim say then they win election. Inflict violence on people, intimidate them, prevent them from voting, harass all man, and then they announce results were not credible. Then they say, oh, now we get this area. Where we allow every political party for dominate, for campaign freely, for vote freely. APC, they able to compete with SLPP now every district now the south and the east. That they assure the people of this country. That is why they ever allow. They always go make sure say they fight and prevent the APC from campaigning in other areas. But the people of this country now programs them. Then they buy. When you sell your programs to them, then they buy your programs and then they vote on you based on that. You know, in 2018, why SLP succeed? Most of the parties will emerge. Now parties will emerge from the APC dominated area. You look at Kande Yumkela, now from APC dominated area, Cambia. You look at Mohamed Kamarimba, now APC dominated area. You look at C4C, now APC dominated area. You know, that is why, you know,
being in opposition for 10 years, the APC go able to maintain their voting patterns and
no time, no day, where APC don't suffer most in the hands of a government within the opposition reached between 2018 to 2023. No kind intimidation or they will not go through. No kind thing or the way SLP not do we for ensure say we're not able to compete in 2023 elections. Down to the day of we convention with the court. All kind things happen, but we were still able to compete in a way where they still not able to beat we 2023. We will still challenge the results up to this moment. They're not able to beat we. They're not able to confidently say, with all waiting APC go through, we beat them by this election hands down. They're not able to say that. You know, so that is why we know say all of their efforts here what they make so now for keep we house in order, for make sure say we go into a lower level election, we fair, we transparent, we go make sure say at the end of the day, anybody will emerge from a national delegates conference as presidential candidates, we all go rally behind that person day. We go prepare ourselves ahead of time. Trust me, we go surprise the SLPP 2028.
All right, we'll come to you, Sidi. Just bringing back Mambu. Recent presidential election by regional performance, it show say the APC make inroads na the southeast, where una believe say now una strong goal. As of 2023, regional performance nationally, it shows say Samuel Kamara will not be the flag bearer gets 42% of the total vote. And now the eastern region alone, some districts like Kailaon, they show say they struggle for achieve about 17% inside by-elections for 2022, considered to the 14% in 2018. Of course, their percentage there, so for anybody who they listen, go show say it very low. But you don't listen to CDI at Tunis. In they making arguments based on free, fair elections, where in believe say the SLPP not ever hold free, fair elections. From the SLPP stands, in their own stronghold and they claim say that the Northwest. How you believe so that don't make inroads based on the two elections, 2020, 2018, will now win?
So last point we is where he say we self-confidently not able to claim the 2023 victory. So make a look at now and two days studio here and repeat and say SLPP win boldly the 2023 elections on first ballot. Because with constitution, you get threshold way for meet, whether election day for be on first ballot, or if you not meet that threshold day as prescribed in the constitution, the election can go to runoff. I tell her now say boldly 2023 SLPP win on first ballot clearly. So then if 2023 be even go runoff, now it will get the pedigree for make them statement the way they make. But the 2023 not even go runoff. The 2023 win on first ballot. That's one. Two, it talk about violence that SLPP can intimidate people in the southeast. The southeast, when it comes to elections, is the most peaceful terrain for campaign in the entire salon. Clearly, the evidence they did it. Go read EU the reports, page 124. It will tell you that both in 2018 and 2023, SLPP strongholds now the only side way to the depth of crossing water. Observers then go there, APC then get the representative then they all over.
In fact, it was in 2012, who presidential candidate by then, President Bio now, Bo City, APC, the stone and the bossing head, inside Bo. Now the north, now the only place where you don't hear say, na Boya Rumende, during elections, where APC stakeholder, the TINAP say, anybody will vote SLPP, na Boya Rumende, you know, they sleep here tonight. Then they chase them boldly, publicly, na video, then video, then send them. So when it comes to violence, yes, tensions can go high when it comes to elections. Because elections, that's alone, it's a very huge commodity for the political party there.
Mambu,
So, I come to your point.
The voting party.
Now they come. I be your declare. Now they come. So for we, I don't tell you say, you see fact and data, they know they lie. You can pull up the results then district by district from 2018 to 2023. If you want to go back safe to 2012, when then be in power, you can go the back and you will see the inroads 2012 elections. We SLPP make. We now they make the Freda election day. Now make them cancel 427 polling stations. Maybe Khadija, in your wildest dream, when they cancel that kind of number of polling stations, that election you don't know now.
But in 2012, APC managed to get small breakthrough in the district
yeah, I come
when they win 1 seat each.
Yes, what thing happen?
When on a strong goal.
Yes, what thing be happen? Then go with money, they intimidate the people, and the election was rigged, and they deny we with victory in 2012 by cancelling votes them we legitimately. We supported them, vote for we. Now we stronghold it. I know say you don't forget Kaila and Kotbari. I don't know how you be there that Sunday, but I know say you don't forget the incidents in the day. That broad daylight rigging what APC do. It don't ever happen now with elections, na salon. One day, that kind of thing they don't happen. And the funny thing, the most insulting aspect will be blatant. Now with the electoral commissioner, sit down clearly, woman for that matter, sit down clearly and say, anybody way not satisfied, make it go to police and go lay complaint with the result. So you see the vengeance, the blatant broad daylight robbery what they may do in that election state. And it was aided and abated by the electoral commissioner herself, Christiana Top at that time. But Lord left down there. Lord come to the fact, which is data. We in SLPP, we are very honest. Where Sidoya, I talk say, out of the 14 electoral districts within an upline, SLPP strong and competitive na 10. SLPP not strong and competitive na 4. I name the 4. Footlocker, Karine, Bombali, and Tonkolini. Go and watch the data. SLPP not strong and competitive. Now there 4 districts in the entire salon. Now only 4 districts. SLPP not strong or competitive.
What you go say about the Western area?
Of course, the data they watch them up. You go see. If APC they get 400 and something thousand, SLPP they get 200 and something thousand. That is competition. We are very competitive in the Western area, both the Western area. It's very clear. But the statistics not the lie. Look the data they show for instance, look at when you look the data from 2018, 2023, it show you the voting pattern of people then clearly. Yes, in the south, for example, chiefdom day na the south, where APC competitive, na chiefdom, which is Moyamba. You understand? Eh? There's a chiefdom na Moyamba. Before 2018, APC be also competitive na some the 3 kisses na Kailan. We would read the politics, would read the voting pattern. The 3 kisses na Kailan. Before 2018, APC been competitive na then 3 chiefdom then day na Kailan district. APC been competitive along the chiefdom where they will say Otifunk day na Moyamba district. Why? Because Tonkolili run into Moyamba. So that Otifunk, the fishing community exists, na place where always APC competitive na Moyamba. But when it comes to holistically, SLPP only not competitive and strong na 4 political district na this country. Tonkolili, Bombali, Karine, and Potloko. Check them. The history day and the data day for make you see. So for we, all the political districts, apart from them 40, non-political district not there again. We SLPP not either strong or we competitive. Law beginner. Falaba, 2023, currently SLPP now win Falaba. APC not ever, since we get multi-party democracy, not ever win, whether by rigging, even when they rig, don't ever win any district in the southeast. It not ever happen.
I just pull up now the official site of ECSL, the results for 2018. So please, for we viewers them, show them.
Yeah.
So when you look at the various districts them, na side them way the SLPP believes in that they're stronghold, Kailan, Kenima, Kono, most part na the southeast. It shows say the APC Samoa Kamara by then make inroads. We in total votes na the elections na 48.19%. Where Julius Biomada as of that 10 day na 51.81%. Very slight margin. 2018. 2023, the APC still contest the elections.
Well,
and the margin again, na slight margin.
Okay.
How una not able for consolidate this base? Because the data from 2018 to now, they show say, in as much as the APC they in opposition, but then they make inroads, now deciding where una hold on to.
Okay, so if you look the statistics, the data, look at Magetta now. SLPP vote grow from 2018, they grow by 4.9% to 2023. We not then data then when they look. We vote in 2018. You understand? We compare them to the vote we'll get in 2023. We'll get a 4.9% growth in terms of vote. That is strength. And what's in the show down there? In 2018, we don't win Falaba, not to Soma. We don't win Falaba district. In 2023, SLPP win Falaba district. You understand? In 2018, we'll be very competitive na Kono. In 2023, SLPP sweep Kono. So what down they tell you? They tell you say, in as much as APC they go, we growth rates in terms of voting numbers, they surpass the growth rate within they get in terms of numbers. Now make I tell you say, data not the lie. Make we all look the data, how it go. How SLPP perform na Cambia, how SLPP perform na Koinadugu, how SLPP perform na Falaba. Compare them to the way APC perform na Kenema, the way APC perform na Bo, the way APC perform na Pujam. Then you go see, you will draw a comparative analysis for look at the data and see which political party get the numerical advantages. But I'll take you back a little bit, just a little bit, make you understand. The only democratic election we APC don't win in this country without the help of the Southeast. You understand? That elections day, because 2012 was a blatant broad daylight robbery where Christian Atop do to the people of this country. But because we law abiding at SLPP, we the party we believe in the law and the constitution, we follow their law then. 7 to date, we will see also. Not a no day. We APC don't beat SLPP per election. We not to we SLPP scatter. Anytime we SLPP day together, we day in one unit. Now I make for we. This is a transitional election for we. This election is not going to be about APC. This election is going to be about records. The delivery we SLPP don't do. The things that we don't do for this country, we will team up on for campaign. When it comes to number, all we need to do as SLPP, which we are rightfully doing, under the new leadership of His Excellency, our party leader, and Sir Jimmy Batilo Songa. We make sure say that mistake we do na Makeni in 2005, building up to 2007, by allowing so many people for join the race, people that we not committed, we only needed power, but they not get the interest of the party at heart. What do we do as a political party internally? Now for make sure say we learn from what happened. Now we learn convention 2007, we lead we for make we get people inside we party, we break away. But they talk say NGC come out from APC. How you go say NGC come out from APC? Can be another SLPP born. Cambia is a competitive district. Your APC not go lay claim. Yes, so I can get more number na Cambia because of migration. Yes.
Earlier, say not to one of on a stronghold.
No.
But yeah.
No, not to one. Poloko is not only with stronghold, it's not also competitive for we politically. We're not competitive in Podloko.
But when I get 4 seats there.
I know by the PR system, I understand, but we are not competitive. We are
so
saying
no things are the issues that make the APC the question outcome.
When they talk about competition, they talk about look the total votes na Podloko and see how much votes SLPP gets and see how much votes APC gets. Predominantly, originally, we are not competitive in Podloko. SLPP is not competitive in Bombali. SLPP is not competitive in Karine.
So
we are not competitive in na number. PR system na number. PR system sets a percentage. Khadija, you for know some of the answer then they the PR system, they set a percentage where political party for meet. Where you meet them percentage, then they seats will be allocated to you. No, of course, we get huge votes na for local. That doesn't mean we not get votes. I know they tell you we not get votes na for local. When they talk about competition, like what's in the happen in Falaba, what's in the happen in Cambia. This is competition. What's in the happen in what's in the happen in Comba. We don't let loose. To look on one side.
We are not competing for a district.
No, we are. Where I say competitive is that no matter what you do, the people are resolute. You remember President Bio go there after 2023 election. Poloko na one of the districts who don't get at the camp.
But una current vice president.
I know, Khadija.
Now they come out.
Khadija.
So how come you they say
Khadija,
the people of Port
now the number not
to that means say not vice president or will take hold
no,
of
not
Loko.
Khadija. Not to me they say.
Now you say.
No, that the data.
You say.
Khadija, we are a big law we shape the conversation. Not to Mambu they talk. Where they talk so are they look
the information we they give.
Now the information they be informed by data.
So Vice President Jules Jallo don't able take over Port Loko for una.
No, but the number you self forget the answer.
You talk about una not competitive.
Yeah, but Khadija, you get the
no matter what's in the SLP.
No, but you get the
pull up Port Loko. They are resolute.
Khadija, pull up, please. Pull up the result. Where SLPP gets na Port Loko in 20.
Pull them up so for you. I don't tell.
Good.
But
so
based on what you they say.
So what they say? I know they call individual.
People understand Mambu. Is a yes or no answer. On a Vice President Jules Jallo, now in peace, Port Loko, now they a bomb. So they will take over Port Loko on behalf of the SLPP.
That answer they we all two get them. When they say person take over, now the results now they show.
Confidence of his performance.
No, the results now they show. We don't get results na Port Loko. We go say SLPP don't take over Port Loko.
But you don't know how.
But in Port Loko,
energize the base.
We they energize the base. We get support
so
na Port Loko.
Are you confident say una get hold of Port Loko?
We don't get hold politically. We don't get hold of Port Loko. But we they get. This is not an individual.
Because he's not a bomb.
No, Jules Jallo na one person. No, Khadija, no, now the debate. We talk about.
I am not narrowing the debate.
No, but we talk about political numerical number data. SLPP not strong than Port Loko.
Okay.
This is clear. It's not. I know they call anybody a name. This is SLPP is a political party. We get a structure na Port Loko.
The SLPP not get that kind of influential person at Port Loko.
Not so influential. It's not about influential person.
Because
we don't talk about the voting.
It means we're not gonna kind of political figure.
No, we get political. Okay, so you want to say SLPP not get political figure? I can't.
Politics is all about numbers.
Okay.
And people follow that than believe.
Okay, maybe. You want to say SLPP not get political figure na Bombali? We not get political figure na Tonkolili? We have them.
We still get Port Loko.
Yes, no, but we get political figures now. All of them placed in the.
But
listen, we they talk this morning. The conversation is not emotional. It's not premeditated. This conversation this morning is based on data. When we talk about the data, I don't tell you say out of the 14 political districts, SLPP not competitive na 4. That doesn't mean SLPP not get votes, huge votes. Now then 4 districts a day. But when they talk about competition, we get below 30% of the vote of the Adikam.
Decide when on a stronghold where you know say comfortable and they pull high numbers.
Yes.
Waiting they happen they way different from waiting they happen at the side when they get lower numbers.
It has to do with the lineage of the people, the political party where the people in favor at that point. Now normal because like Port Loko, we don't give the vice president one. Kadisi say, you remember no so 2012. Kadisi say from Port Loko was the vice president. The one he made to President Bio. Port Loko not vote for we. You understand? 2018, we gave them Jules Jallo, Port Loko, not give you winning. Not so we feel landed because SLPP have done so much. Of course, the SLPP have done. I know they call individual. We not so the first say, oh, don't give them a vice president candidate to Port Loko. I don't tell you about Dr. Kadisi say 2012. Dr. Kadisi say we gave it to Port Loko. Fine, we gave them Kadisi say Port Loko not still vote for we. They don't give you winning. We gave them Jules Jallo. Port Loko not still. Of course,
they make effort.
They make effort, but the people they not they give you Port Loko because Port Loko na one of this.
What's one they do?
There is nothing we not they do right because currently they call 6.
Because no, history, according to political history, SLPP then gets dominance over Port Loko.
Yes, but it changed over time. 1996, we win Port Loko, but it changed into
listen. Don't give them 2 flag running mates.
Yes, still. will not get.
They
Will
get
not,
Kadisise.
yes.
Now they get a sitting vice president, but yet still you say Unanoye will take over Potloko, and the SLPP is disappointed.
Yeah, because we think
Unano they do right.
Yes, we are doing everything right now politically, now Potloko, so make we get the vote of the people. We do everything right. For example, when APC turned Potloko region, you understand, and not be get all the amenities for make it even be a region. All the things that we make for make Potloko be a region, SLPP implementer. We don't care now sit good. Most of the major service delivery office system we for make you a region. Now SLPP don't care and go back na Potloko. We build one of the best hospitals in Potloko. Now look out to mining. Look out to mining. When it comes to mining, SLPP review the act. When a 0.00% they be get from the mining proceeds. SLPP review the act. Now Potloko they get above 1.5 million. Just last year, over $3.5 million from proceeds of the mining went to Potloko. So SLPP have done so much for the people of Potloko by even giving them one in so we think say by now we forget 60-70% of the total votes of Potloko.
So
compared to
not doing his
not the one we met is one person.
Yeah,
it's a holistic
so
situation.
The people them from Potloko we una get na the SLPP. They know they do the homework.
They do the homework. They are doing. In fact, in 2023 elections alone was one of the years where SLPP mounts the heaviest campaign on Potloko, village to village, town to town. There are towns and villages, one day in a Potloko district, about SLPP. In 2023, they heard about SLPP. SLPP, green and white, went to those villages. Right. People they enter their villages then but people don't get villages. Now make I don't tell you, say, the entire salon, now 4 districts, APC they claim dominance, total dominance over 4. Potloko, we can argue am all day. Potloko, Chonkolili, Karine, Egbobali. Now there 4 districts and they no more. Out of all the political districts in a salon, where APC they lay total dominance, or I say total dominance, they get above 65 to 70% of the vote each time when there is election in this country. So that they tell you say SLPP, all we need for do. Now, all what we need for do, and this now free consultancy and leakage at the give to the public. All what we need to do, and we are rightfully doing it. Now, for make sure say 1, we continue for deliver for the people of Salon. 2, we continue for keep the base together and energize the base. You understand? 3, which is the final and most important one, we manage with transitional process very well. For make sure say we get the right flag bearer. With every other flag bearer go see the process free and fair, and at the end of the convention they go to be under flag bearer day where the people first of SLPP go approve and then the country go accept. We keep the base together. Whenever SLPP in a democracy keep the base together, energize them, get an election, a flag bearer election process, get them right. Trust me. Election can't sit up na PZ. With man can conduct election at this country. APC not the between.
All right, thank you, Mambu. We come now to Sidi Tunis. This small margin from 2018, 2023, it go a bit higher, don't they, between the APC and the SLPP. What thing una know they do right? Aside the excuse of SLPP not the all free fair elections. What thing una know they do right so make una know able close this margin and defeat the SLPP in an election?
Thank you very much, Khadija. First of all, we, they always insist on the fact, say, it's difficult for you talk about elections where waiting will not they do right if you not talk about waiting generally they happen. Yes, of course, the APC, the last election cycle will face several challenges. You look at 2018 where we lost, we get division a lot in the party. A lot of people that be sit down, they don't campaign for several reasons. You look at 2023, like I say, we spend almost we entire term in court. One court case to another, one court case to another, and the window will be get for prepare ourselves leading into the 2023 elections being very, very much minimal. But in any case, we'll be able to put up a challenge where we know say if properly we be get the actual result, that different case in this country. And I'm glad you wanna zero in on Poloko, because Poloko are one classic example of why the entire world been get problem with the 2023 elections. You have an election who say people vote for 4 different people the same time. We vote for president, we vote for MP, we vote for we mayors and chairpersons, and then we vote for we councillors. Then they give you the same term, you go vote. But then you have a case who say presidential turnout for the same district go dey 96%, parliamentary turnout dey 60%. How is that possible? You understand? So the two results they speak to themselves. You get an instance who the president they score higher than a particular district, but then when it comes to parliament, the lower percentage day. So we see all of the inconsistencies then they with the 2023 results will come out. But in any case, what we are saying is Mambu they make emphasis say, oh, they cancel. In the first place, Christiana Top never cancel anything in 2012 elections. It was fair, it was credible, and APC win squarely. The law in this country, who said overvoting take place, electoral commissioners then for council. And in 2007, that happened. In 2018, Mfali did the same. In 2023, Corner did the same. Now, Bombali and other areas, a council, ballots then at their side in the. So, in 1996, the council over 100,000 we make SFP win in 1996. We all get the history in this country. We know how elections done they happen. But one thing me they say that we say APC well organized. We say we get free, fair, credible election. APC always the win. 2023, no kind you kick, they will not happen. From the midterm census, we lead into PR with the threshold we then count with about 12.9, 11.9%. With the way they remove over 350,000 from the voter register. All of them things then they happen, and still look at the results we come out. With the APC, we go into the election weaker, we come out court just 2 months to the election. We're able for campaign. I will tell you this, Khadija. The SLPP were losing Pujol. President Bio as a sitting president with over how many ministers appointed directors from Pujol. President Bio campaigned at Pujol 9 times for that election day. 9 times. So suddenly na both it take for go campaign. They were losing Pujol. That is why the violence on Pujol be heavy. Because on their own analysis, when they do, they clearly see APC don't dominate here now. They were losing it. If only they be allowed, they not inflict violence, they make it they put acid per people and all. So when they say SLP always free of violence, we will party office now. They born them. 2023. Then born we member in house now born.
But when you look at
all of these things happen,
Sidi,
but we still able to compete.
They go now. You believe say when they make inroads now, they strong go like Pujao. Now you they see new players, they come inside the politics. You get people like the first lady, we don't go all corner. Where for anything go corner, you they see the crowd where they be in them. And Kono now one of the swing states there.
Khadija, we are a country where people they suffer a lot, then go always be moved by anybody we go at that moment. But what Israelians they look at now the programs. Plenty things they happen at this country we make you didn't know say the Israeli people are determined for ensure say they get a change and put a government we go work for them. 2023 is a classic example of how determined Israelians were for ensure say they get a government where they work for them. They were determined with all of what we went through, then they be determined for CC, then bring in the APC. And from 2023 to now, it all worst. One of the best news, I don't go call them best news, but one of the highlights of 2025 for me. Now the last news we will get of 2025, whether the president self break out to we. If that may not be an eye opener to we as a country, say the people of this country are desperate because of waiting and see the SLPP they do them. Khadija, the president tell we say somebody go na lodge and thief a bago and thief rest. If this country, the most secured place that this country, that the presidential lodge, if somebody goes so hungry that a desperate to a point in not mind for loss in your life, for Guyana, we get all the guns, all the armors that this country, we get the highest level of protection for go inside it, for thief nothing else but rest, just for let it survive. It tells a lot about what we people and they go through now this country.
Sidi, you know,
So
2028 elections, the SLPP gets an advantage when at the power of the incumbents and when for use them against the APC in terms of they have the resources.
for me, when it in democracy, the highest power, I always don't they insist, the highest power in democracy are the people. The people that then get the ultimate power. You know, there is something about suppression. The mortal man, that like a snake. The snake, a very peaceful, a very, mild snake, but when he don't get pushed, that he tell they fight back. So anytime you see snake fight back, that because it don't get pushed to a limit where say, no way not they. Now so mortal man they. Mortal man they exercise patience, but when you don't push onto the wall, they fight back. So for me, power of incumbency or anything. SLPP get power of incumbency 2007, they lost election. APC get power of incumbency 2018, we lost election. Because the people of this country be feel say, at that time then we need a change. In 2023, their resolve was tested by what happened. They came out, they voted clearly for what they want, which government they want, which party they want, and then test the resolve. And I know say 2028, the people of this country go come out again based on everything where they happen in this country. The massive suffering where they go through, the economic meltdown where they see they happen in this country repeatedly, the people go come out, and we get a responsibility as a political party. That is why we don't take with time. We don't make several mistakes in the past. As a party, we don't begin, we make sure say all of the steps we they take now, will they stay within with constitution, and you see the challenge with people and challenge with our PPRC. The one that we based on with constitution, the rules there, PPRC don't come out clearly and tell and say, we not do wrong. We were within the provisions of the constitution and within the provisions of the 1991 constitution. And yesterday, they don't pull the release officially again, say they're not going to entertain any more petition. They don't give you the go-ahead for go and start with lower level elections. So we are happy. And we they make sure, say, when we go into the lower level elections, then we make them transparent. The IEMC, for the past 3 weeks, then they don't go around this country. Then they sensitize, then they educate with membership. Then when we qualify, we go be eligible for make them ensure say they come in and do what is right. And sitting here, make I also take this opportunity for talk to particularly them with our old members at the APC. For the past 2 years, we don't talk about people for come for verify the membership. We're there in a process where we almost they can start with lower level elections.
But you need for pay for this, Sweden.
No, I go pay. I go tell the party when I send the invoice.
Alright.
We're there in the process where they can start with lower level elections. And I say this because we know one way we want to start, you can't say, oh, me a member. come now, come verify, so that you go make am at the voters register. We not get much window left. We don't want publish the voters register. Then you can't begin say you want petition, you na member. No. At some point we could go for close because we are required by law for publish the voters register 21 days for let any convention start. So we not get much time. We for publish the voters register any moment from now. Of course, so can verify, so you go make onto the register. The new members, the window for vote for let you qualify for vote or be voted for don't close, because the law, the constitution say if you don't be a member at least 1 year for let you be eligible for vote or to be voted for in any of the election there.
Quickly, as we wrap up with Tuna for Sari, the APC, una go able get a candidate with a match the SLP.
We get, I mean, when you look at crop of people where they express interest,
are we competent? Because that's now one question where the public don't they ask say. All the people who don't come out and express interest, some inexperienced about governance, some not able take up leadership.
A good number of them competent. I not go because the party not reach that level yet. Also, they scrutinize our responsibility. The 1991 Constitution give you that responsibility, but we not start that process of scrutinizing people because we not even start the process of formally, accepting applications. So when people apply, of course we get for vet them. Our responsibility. We not go just left and free flow, all kind possible because the 1991 Constitution also get eligibility criteria the way it's set. So we get for look at all of that and they for make sure say not only you dey within the provisions of the APC Constitution, but the 1991 Constitution as well. That is one. And secondly, like you say, we get for make sure we present a candidate where this country go by, a candidate where go excite the nation, a ticket where go give hope and confidence to the people of this country. Political experience na one, but experience can come in many ways. You get several way governance experience, private sector, public service experience, all of them things then they combine, ensure say we're able to put a candidate, we go match anybody where SLP go put before we. Most of the names that they see the parade and SLPP, we don't see the records in terms of performance and anything.
When it vet them, Mambu, with the canal to you, the SLPP, una don't be in governance 2 times. And una don't go by una manifesto development agenda una been promised the people. How una go ensure say according to waiting una leader talk na been to money say accept the record for handover power to SLPP candidates. Waiting at the yardstick una go based on for make sure say Sierra Leone people and vote for una for the 3rd time against the APC.
Well, before I get to that, I think maybe other slightly deviate from what we make today this morning. We now for talking pattern based on regional geography of we county. However, I see they play politics or they try for play on the emotions of Sierra Leoneans where they discuss with regards what happen at State Lodge. You understand, eh? You see, now I make a lot of people admire President Bio. Because everything where they happen, they lay out there. See the way you be inside the studio yesterday, then thief Khadija, then generator cable. You want say na angry, make that person go thief Khadija, then generator cable. We make the no can live yesterday. No. Bad person, a bad person. When somebody bad, a bad. It has nothing to do with politics. And an inside job. The people that really work na the lodge, now then the president they make dinner for another immediate address. So then left the tea one pot, but then go back to the kitchen and thief man, and don't get anything for do with politics whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, this is a society where people anyway don't bad, they naturally don't bad. Nothing, no, they change them. Sidi, Than at the first place. So let's not play politics on the emotions of this country also. This how we did when Khadija they ready for call we can talk on the track record. We medium-term development plan. We don't achieve from we manifesto we promise the people. Not to like say agenda for prosperity. See we can make Salon prosper between 2007 to 2018 and then land we in a ferry junction for pick chicken or chicken we come on Lebanon. No, when we say tangible development, record them will go on as a party as SLPP. Candidates and they put forward. We get candidates and with nobody not in our APC we will not put forward so now we go able for match in track record for the next presidential elections. But again, the next election is not only about the individual we SLPP get for put forward. It's about the record of what we don't do. Because politicians, you see, and the next election is not about politicking. Say, no, they want not do nothing. How can we do this? No. It's about continuity. How can we maintain a steady governance process in this country? We go continue for deliver for the people of this country and change the lives of the people for the future. Not so like we once said don't come on, they don't adopt 10 years. They say, oh no, they were no okay, we'll bring them back. Whether they use the first 5 years for enrich themselves and use the other 5 years now for begin think about the country. No, Salon no they think that agenda there anymore. Salon they think now about how can we have a steady political system in this country. How can we have a steady governance process through a political party like when Nigeria they do for make sure say we clear the minds of that political party they for say hey will they give you power, will they continue for give you this power, focus on the agenda we matter to the everyday man of this country. So then the
yardstick when they use forget 3 terms and defeat the APC again 2028.
So for we the APC is already defeated. All we need for do now, the numbers we have, we get the numbers for always keep APC in our position. All we have to do as SLPP as a enumerate earlier on. Now for make sure say we manage with transition process freely, fairly, effectively and efficiently, taking the grassroots of we party along. When we manage that one day, because that's 2007 now we be for winner. Because Sierra Leoneans understand the deplorable condition of the 27 rule of APC. So 2007, those situations be still fresh of how APC subject this country. All the problem, they get so today. Now because APC catapult themselves into a one-party state and subject this country to ridicule, racketeering, stealing, and manipulation, where they lead which also how they so today. So now make for winner the SLPP, we get a track record for run on. We know they run on propaganda. If I tell you say the Bay Bridge na President Biyokan Donna, a finish am, a open am, na fact, I can.
Say based on waiting to happen all. If the 2018 election,
una dey give the PRO from APC chance, but una no dey give me the opportunity.
The SLPP go beat the APC if we are to go to the ballot now.
If we are to go to the ballot yesterday, based on we track record, not only today, based on the track record, we pick somebody and we all stay together as a party because SLPP supporters, they are fragile. And SLPP gets the most technical supporters, they vote on issues, not a party. When Charles Magai break away, the SLPP supporters from the south, we are not satisfied with we are not satisfied with the process. They break away from the SLPP. Now,
if we are to go to the ballot,
like yesterday, don't forget about today. If we go to the ballot like yesterday with APC, we beat them on first ballot. I will tell you the easy why. Because looking at all the indicators, all the factors, when it comes to voting pattern, and it thinks them, they get called way SLPP proudly gets for one on this country also. And that election day is free and fair. APC not in here. Numerically in this country, APC not get political number pass way. Where you put number. Say this is SLPP number, this is APC number. As long as we don't get break, all the elections where APC don't win, now 2 methods the winner. Either they get a breakaway from SLPP, we join them, we can SLPP vote, then go to them, or they rig the election. 2012, Sidi say Christian Atop now rig the election, the act say we do over voting. We know what happened overnight. They went to Kailau, they know saying at the stronghold of SLPP, they use the machinery, they use the machinery, they use the machinery then at Kailau, spend money and stuff the ballot box there overnight. Right. By the time the people in the vote, they say, oh no, we don't clean, they say no, now over voting. We knew what happened. We had the evidences. People came to us with APC pay.
But Mambu,
where APC pay 10, 15 million from Kailan, we confess, we put all evidence in there and can't go to the Supreme Court.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, then to the case out of court. So for we, as long as that election free and fair, and SLPP manage in internal politics well, like how we dey try for do so now, for make we get a flag bearer with the grassroots, the base, the people of this country go rally around.
Thank you.
The lights are lie, walai, Khadija. Eh? 2028 election, we don't can go far for no finisher. Left small.
Okay.
By the time we get to flag bearer, we pull on a door. We begin run and campaign on we record, not fiction, not fake. We begin run on tangible records based on we manifesto and the medium-term development agenda where we party lane and what we don't do for this country from Potloko to Kailan, Kailan to Kono, Kono to Monkelenke. The lights are lie, lie. The people of this country, Sidi knows that the people of this country are going to elect SLPP for the first time, for the third time in power. Trust me.
Thank you very much. We want to join we this morning as we continue for analyze the voting pattern. Well, we from the politician there, or they can talk to Melvin Tijan Mansaye now, a social commentator. We will can give your own perspective based on current statistics. Oda he believes they go win the 2028 general elections. We don't talk to the
So you man a magic man.
we don't talk to the two PRO them for both the SLPP and the APC. They take the short break, we'll come back, or they can talk to Melvin Tijan Mansaye.